Hello from Yoga on Breakers. I'm Michelle, and today we'll do an hour-long Vinyassa flow. All you need is a strap, a block, and some water. If you don't have a strap or a block, a towel or a pillow will do. So let's get started. Coming to the back of your mat, sitting in a comfortable position. Your hands can be on your knees in a mudra of your choice, or just cupping your knees. And close your eyes. Bring your eye gaze to the center of your forehead, otherwise known as your third eye. You can keep the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. As you inhale, breathing in deep into your belly, sending the air down into your hips, all the way up to your neck, and long, slow exhale out from your neck down to your hips. Another deep breath in, filling your belly up. And long, slow, cleansing exhale out. Breathing in through your nose, filling up with air. And exhale out. We'll do 5 more connecting breaths. So you inhale love and health and laughter, peace. Exhale any worry, tension, stress. Let that all go. Another deep breath in. And long, slow exhale out. Every breath becoming more present on your mat. Deep inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And long, slow cleansing exhale out. We'll do 1 more connecting breath as you inhale, filling your belly. Deep, deep breath. And long, slow exhale out. Letting anything that's not serving your highest good, let that go. And when you think you've exhaled everything, exhale just a little bit more. And taking a moment, keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands to your heart center and bowing into yourself, setting an intention for your time on the mat today. During this time of coronavirus, I'm sending a prayer out to the world for global healing, self-healing. And as you open your eyes, raising your hands above your head, palms face one another, as you hinge forward, keeping your hips on the floor, nice long spine, just walking your fingertips out in front of you. Just gently waking up and slowly walking your hands over to the right. Staying grounded in your left sit bone, feeling that nice elongation through your whole left side. And slowly walking your hands back over to the left, grounding through your right tailbone, feeling that stretch. Continuing to breathe strictly through your nose, deep inhales and long, slow exhales. And walking your hands back to the front. Bringing yourself back up to seated. We will find ourselves on all fours for cat-cow. So bringing your hands right under your shoulders so your wrists are in alignment with your elbows, your shoulders, your knees are in alignment with your hips. As you exhale, letting your belly drop, your eye gaze looks up. Inhale, curling your chin to your chest, your spine up to the sky. And exhale, letting your belly drop, eye gaze looks up. Inhale, curling your chin to your chest, spine up to the sky. Exhale, belly drops, eye gaze looks up. And inhale. And we'll do one more cat-cow, gently waking up your spine as you exhale. Eye gaze looks up, and inhale, curling your chin to chest, spine up. And then taking your right arm straight out in front of you as you exhale back, inhale forward. Big shoulder rotations. Sending your breath deep, deep into your shoulders. We'll do one more going forward, and then reverse directions. Inhale forward, exhale back. Continuing to breathe through your nose. And then your right hand comes under your shoulder, left arm forward as you exhale back, inhale forward. Big shoulder rotations. And then we'll reverse directions. Inhale forward, exhale back. Then bringing your left hand under your shoulder, curling your toes under for your first downward facing dog. So checking that your weight is in your finger beds, your eye gaze can look up towards your belly, and slowly try to bring your heels to the ground. You want your spine nice and straight. Eventually your hamstrings will open if you have tight hamstrings. Then on the next exhale, we'll fire walk up to forward fold. So baby step, heel toe, all the way up to forward fold. So heel toeing, so allowing your head to hang, your fingertips are on the floor to support your lower back. And curling up one vertebrae at a time, hands at heart center. We'll prepare to salute the sun. Inhale, arms come up, back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Still moving slowly, waking up your body. Taking your right leg back for lunge. Lengthen that hamstring up to the ceiling, pulling your abs up and in. And your left meets your right in plank pose. You can lower your knees to modify or lower down chaturanga. If you want to do doubles, you can, pushing up and through, upward facing dog, shoulders down and back, eye gaze looks up, feeling that nice elongation through your whole front body. Your thighs can be resting on the mat or lifting them up if you'd like a little more. And then back down, downward facing dog. Again, still just breathing through your nose, checking in what your body feels like. And take your left leg up and through for lunge. We're lengthening through that right hamstring. And your right leg meets your left, forward fold. Curling up, hands at heart center. Inhale, lifting your heart up, scooping your tailbone. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, taking your left leg back for lunge. Lengthening through that left hamstring. Making sure you're lifting up and out so you're not sinking into your hips. And your right meets your left, plank pose. Squeezing everything in. Lowering down, chaturanga. Pushing up and through, upward facing dog. Shoulders down and back, feeling that opening in your front body. Your thighs can rest on the mat or lift them off for a little more. And then back down, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And take your left leg up and through for lunge. Your right meets your left, forward fold. Curling up, hands at heart center. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Do a second set a little bit faster. Inhale, taking your right leg back for lunge. Your left leg meets your right in plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Gaze looks up towards the ceiling. You're gonna exhale, bringing your chin to your chest. Slowly looking over your right shoulder. Peek at your toes. And exhale, bringing your chin back to your chest, looking over your left shoulder. Bringing your chin back, curling your toes under, back into downward facing dog. And pedal out your legs a little bit. Start to feel your hamstrings, your spine warming up. And taking your right leg up and through for lunge. We'll do a twist here, bringing your right hand to your hip. As you bring your arm up, a nice rotation. Eye gaze looks up towards your thumb. Nice spinal rotation. And exhale, bringing your right hand down. Your left foot meets your right in forward fold. Curling up, hands at heart center. As you inhale, back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, take your left leg back for lunge. Your right leg meets your left, plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and back down, downward facing dog. And the next exhale, take your left leg up and through for lunge. Lengthen through your back hamstring as you rotate to the left, hand to your hip. Eye gaze looks up towards your thumb. Nice spinal rotation. And exhale, bringing your left hand down. Your right foot meets your left, forward fold. And curl up one vertebrae at a time, hands at heart center. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. From this look up position, step, walk, or hop back to low plank. Once again, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Checking that your weight is towards your finger beds. So you take your right leg up, flexing your toes, kicking back. Like you're kicking that back wall away. And point your toes up, externally rotate, feeling that nice opening. Keeping your shoulders square. And then on the next exhale, bringing your right leg up and through for crescent pose. High on the ball of your left toes as you square off to the top of your mat. Arms come up, shoulders lower, palms face one another. Lengthening through your hamstring. And then straightening your right leg, pivoting once to the left again. And lower down your right knee, palms together as you exhale, curling your chin to your chest, your forehead to your knee. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale up, curling your right toes under, back into crescent. Straightening your left knee, pivoting once to the right again. And slowly lower your left knee down, palms together. As you exhale, curling your chin to your chest, your forehead to your knee. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, back bend, lifting your heart up towards the sky and releasing your hands down around your right foot. Your right foot meets your left, downward facing dog. Taking your left leg up, kicking back. If you're kicking, back wall away, flexing your toes towards the ground, pointing your left leg up, shoulders square. And then on the next exhale, bringing your left leg up and through for crescent lunge. High on the ball of your right toes as you bring your hands to your hips, really squaring off to the top of your mat. Arms come up, shoulders lower, palms face one another. Straightening your left leg, pivoting once to the right again. Lengthening down into crescent as you slowly lower your left knee down, the top of your left foot's flat. Palms come together as you exhale. Curl your chin to your chest, your forehead to your knee. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, back bend, lifting your heart up. And then back into crescent pose, straightening your right, pivoting once to the left again. Lowering down into crescent, nice straight right leg. Hamstrings nice and straight as you lower your right knee down, top of your foot's flat. Exhale, curl your chin to your chest, bringing your forehead to your knee. Inhale, coming up, back bend. Releasing your hands down around your left leg. Your left leg meets your right, downward facing dog. And from here, we will step, walk, or hop up to prayer squat. So you're gonna bring your feet to the outside of your mat, your heels in, and I'll turn towards you to show you. Bringing your hands to heart center, tailbone down, your spine reaches up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Hips are lower. And then we're really gonna push through our feet, engaging our core as we inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do one more. Inhale. And exhale. I'm staying in prayer squat for a moment. Really feeling that opening in your hips, lengthening through your spine. Heads reaching up, tailbones reaching down. Continuing to breathe strictly through your nose. And then we'll slowly come up. Heel toeing your feet together. Raising your arms above your head. You can interlace your fingers and tick-tock back and forth. So you're just grounding through your pinky toes, feeling your side bodies opening. And then staying in the middle, lowering your shoulders, lift up and over to the right. It's like you're going over a giant ball of fire, feeling that elongation from your pinky toes to your fingertips. And inhale, coming back up. Then lifting up and over to the left. Be grounding through your right pinky toe. Your heart reaches up towards the sky. And inhale. And then back bend. So you want to keep your arms snug by your ears if you have any neck issues. Or bring your hands to your lower back, as if your hands are going into pockets to support your lower back. And then you lift your heart up like it's being pulled by a pulley. You can keep your chin tucked at first, and then slowly allow your head to fall back, lifting up and out of your lower spine. You're just gonna go back 1 inch, 1 vertebrae at a time, being gentle, being patient with your upper back. And inhale, coming up. And then we'll do another Vinyassa flow. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. From this look up position, step, walk, or hop back to low plank. Again, chaturanga. We'll meet an upward facing dog. You can always do double chaturangas if your body's asking for that. And then back down, downward facing dog. And taking your right leg up, flexing your foot towards the ground, keeping your shoulders square. As you exhale, bringing your knee to your nose. Nice tiny little package. We're going to do a little core work. Exhale back. And then bringing your right knee to your right elbow, tricep or bicep. And exhale back. And then bringing your right knee to your left elbow, tricep or bicep. And exhale back. And then bring your right foot all the way up, turning your left toes 45 as you windmill up into Virabhadrasana, to really, really strong warriors. Eye gaze looks over your front middle fingers. As you exhale, looking over your left shoulder, eye gaze looks up towards your thumb. You can windmill your arm down and around, bicep by your ear. Feeling that nice elongation through your whole right side. Checking that you have that triangle in between your right thigh, arm, and windmill back down around your right foot. Your right foot meets your left in downward facing dog. Just stay here for a breath, resetting. Do take your left leg up, flexing your foot back, toes are towards the ground. As you exhale, bringing your knee to your nose, nice tiny little package, and inhale up. Exhale, bringing your left knee to your left elbow, tricep or bicep, and exhale back. And bringing your left knee to your right elbow, tricep or bicep, and exhale back. Then bring your left foot up and through. Right foot is 45 degrees as you windmill up to strong warriors. Warrior 2, eye gaze looks over your front middle fingers. As you look over your back hand, tilting into triangle pose. Eye gaze looks up towards your thumb. You can windmill your arm down and around, bicep by your ear. Shoulders back, eye gaze looks up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. You're practicing outside by a pool or in your yard. Exhale, back down, round your left foot. Your left foot meets your right in downward dog. From here, we're gonna step, walk, or hop up to forward fold. And then separating your feet hip distance, so that's 2 fists in between your feet, bringing your palms completely under your toes, and I'm just turning here to show you. So your toes touch your wrist crease, your head hangs, your tailbone reaches up, your belly will rest on your thighs. So you really feel this in your hamstrings. Just let your head hang like a pendulum, lengthening through your spine, bringing your weight towards the balls of your feet. You might feel like you're going to topple forward, continuing to breathe. And then release. Curling up one vertebrae at a time as you inhale. Back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look up. From this look up position, step, walk, or hop back to low plank. Chaturanga, single or double will meet in upward facing dog. Shoulders down, eye gaze looks up. And back down, downward facing dog. And taking your right leg up, flexing your toes. You can point your toes, externally rotate. Bend your knee, looking over your left shoulder, raising that knee up, feeling your shoulders nice and square. If it's in your practice to flip your dog at the Chakrasana, you can do that here. Opening up all your chakras and exhale back. And bring your right leg up and through for lunge, turning your left foot 45 as you windmill up to second set, Virabhadrasana 2. Strong, strong warriors. Your arms are nice and strong. Eye gaze over your front middle fingers. Looking over your back hand, tilting into triangle. You can windmill your arm down and around, bicep by your ear. If you half bind, full bind, or birds of paradise, you can do that here. Or try Krishnacharyan style half moon. So you can use your block as a tool here. Bring your left foot up, flexing your toes, creating a giant T. Eventually your hands will float off the block or off the floor, and your eye gaze will look up towards your hand. Then wherever you're at, we'll meet back into Virabhadrasana 2, taking your time. And windmill down around your right foot. Your right foot meets your left, downward facing dog. You can do an optional chaturanga or stay in down dog to clean the slate. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. And take your left leg up, flexing your toes. You can point your toes, externally rotate, keeping your shoulders square. Bend your knee, looking over your right shoulder. You can flip your dog at the Chakrasana if that is in your practice. And release. Bring your left leg up and through for Virabhadrasana 2. Really strong warriors. Eye gaze looks over your front middle fingers. So you look over your back hand, tilting into triangle pose. Looking up towards your thumb. You can windmill your arm down and around, bicep by your ear. Here, you can half bind, full bind, birds of paradise. Whatever you did on the right side, try to do on the left. Or try Krishnacharyan style half moon. Again, you can use the block, raising your right foot up, right arm up. Eye gaze is at the floor to begin with. Eventually you'll be able to float your fingertips off. Your eye gaze will go up towards your right hand. It's working wherever you're at, listening to your body. Continuing to breathe. And then wherever you're at, try to find your way slowly back to Virabhadrasana 2. Windmilling your hands down around your left foot, and your left foot meets your right, downward facing dog. From here, we'll step, walk, or hop up to forward fold. This time our feet are together. We're going to step on our fingertips, hugging your elbows behind your calves for Padahastasana from the back. And slowly try to lift your tailbone up. Your head reaches towards the ground. Continuing to breathe. Deep inhales through your nose. Long, slow exhales out. Lengthening your head down, your tailbone up. And then release. And then we'll go right into chair pose. So bringing your hands up, eye gaze looks up towards the sky. You can gently scoop your tailbone. Weights in your heels so you can wiggle your toes and inhale up. Second set, just bringing your arms straight out from your shoulders. Go high, high on your tippy toes and then slowly lower down to your hover point where you start to feel your thighs shake, burn. You can scoop your tailbone to protect your lower back. Keep your drishti in one spot. You should feel this burning in your thighs. Try to go just a little lower and inhale coming up. And slowly lower down. And at this point, if you need a sip of water or wipe down, go ahead at any time to take a drink of water. We're gonna go right into eagle. So inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, your right arm comes under your left. Thumbs face your nose. If you have really tight shoulders, you can go ahead and hold onto your shoulders. Otherwise, interlacing your hands, thumbs towards your nose, hugging your elbows down in towards your ribs. And then on the next exhale, you can bring your right leg up and over. Bending your left knee. Eventually your toes will hook around your calf. Squeezing everything in. If you have a mirror, check that one hip's not higher than the other. Slowly lower down. This opens up every major joint of your body. Eagle pose. We'll do a balance challenge from here as you exhale, bringing your elbows towards your knees. You can release your right leg back, releasing your arms, and you can fly like an eagle. And we'll meet back into mountain pose. And we'll do that on the left side. So inhale, arms come up. Exhale, your left arm under your right. Thumbs face your nose. Again, if you have tight shoulders, just hold on to your shoulders. Breathing into every major joint in your upper body. And then slowly lower down, bringing your left leg up and over. Eventually you'll hook your toes, squeezing everything in. Nice tiny little package. Checking that one hip's not higher than the other. Squeeze everything in, go to your level. And then we'll do our balance challenge, curling forward, elbows to your knees, releasing your left leg back. You can release your arms to fly like an eagle. And we'll meet in mountain pose. So I'll do a couple more standing postures before we go to the floor. So grounding through your left leg, bringing your right knee up, taking a peace finger grip around your big toe, and kicking your right leg forward. So making sure that you're holding your leg, not with your fingers, it's not a super tight grip, it's just to guide your toe out. And then bringing your right leg to the left, grounding through your left standing leg. Your eye gaze can look over your left hand. And then bringing your right leg back, releasing your arms, and slowly lower your right leg to meet your left. variation of dancing Shiva. So taking a peace finger grip, left fingers around your left big toe. As you exhale, your leg out again. Check that you can release your hand, your leg's not going to drop to the ground. And then exhale to the side. Eventually, your eye gaze will look over your right hand. And bring your left foot forward, get wobbly, just breathe. And meet your right. We'll meet in mountain pose. Okay, so coming to the back of your mat for Tulandasana, bringing your arms overhead, releasing your fingers as you heel toe your right foot forward, kicking back as you reach forward, creating a giant T with your body. So your heart pushes through, fingers reach forward as you reach back and release. We'll do that on the left side. Heel toe your left foot forward. As you kick back, reach forward, creating that giant T with your body. And lean back, releasing your arms. And we'll do one more final standing posture, Vrikshasana tree. You can bring your foot to your ankle, inside your thigh, or half lotus. Wherever you are today, just avoiding your knee area. You can bring one hand to heart center and the next. Be pushing down through your standing leg as you reach up with your head. You can stay here or inhale your branches, bringing your hands to your throat, your third eye, up to your crown, opening up to the universe. Exhale, back down to your crown, third eye, your throat to your heart, and releasing your right leg. And we'll do tree on the left side. So whatever you did on the right side, do on the left, or try to do. Bringing either your foot to your ankle, inside your thigh, or half lotus. Again, avoiding your knee area. You can bring one hand to heart center and the other. As you push down, really reach up. Nice rooted tree. If you inhale to your branches on the right side, try to do that on the left. As you inhale through your throat, third eye, crown, up to the universe. And exhale, back down through your crown, third eye, your throat to your heart. Then releasing your left leg, keeping your hands at your heart center, and taking a moment to bow into your standing postures, reminding yourself of your intention, and possibly sending out a global prayer for healing. And we'll find our way to our first Shavasana. So feet come to the bottom of your mat. So allow your toes to fall out, roll down one vertebrae at a time, palms face up. As you close your eyes and just allow yourself to completely surrender into the mat. This is where you feel the prana, the life energy, moving through every cell of your being. On the next inhale, bending your right knee in, interlacing your fingers just below your knee or behind your thigh. As you hug your leg towards your midline, flexing both feet back towards you for wind liberating pose. Continuing to breathe, deep breaths in through your nose. Long, slow cleansing exhales out. And we'll release our right leg to meet our left, palms face up, checking in for one breath. And bend your left knee in, interlacing your fingers just beneath your knee or behind your thigh as you hug your left leg towards your midline. Flexing both feet back towards you. And release. Your left leg meets your right. Shavasana for one breath. And the next inhale, bending both knees in, giving yourself a giant hug around both of your knees. So you can reach for opposite wrists or elbows, trying to lengthen your spine onto the mat, hugging everything in. Giant, giant hug. And from here, we'll go right into Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana, flexing your toes back, reaching for your pinky toes. As you pull down, kick up towards the ceiling. So your hips lower. Your knees are going out to the sides, pulling down as you kick up. And then flexing your feet up towards the sky, toes flex back towards you. We're going to slowly, slowly lower your legs to your hover point. So that's where you start to feel your lower back coming off the mat. Engaging your core, hugging your abs down towards the ground, always supporting your lower back. When you get to your hover point, pointing your toes, and we'll do 10 crisscrosses at your own pace. When you're done with your 10, we will meet in Shavasana. Always hugging that core down, re-engaging your abs, that fire in your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, your strong core protecting your back. And then from here, finding your strap or towel and taking a piece of the strap in either of your hands, flexing your right toes back and place the strap at the ball of your right foot. So you're really lengthening your leg towards the bottom of the mat, loose, loose grip. Your elbows are straight but not locked. Feeling that nice opening in all three of your hamstrings. And then take both straps in your left hand and just allow your leg to cross your midline about an inch. Not all the way over, so your right hip is still grounded on the ground. You can start to feel your IT band here. And then allow your leg to fall all the way over to the left. Your eye gaze looks over your right shoulder. Flexing your toes back to you. Really feel your IT band here, sending it some love. Send your breath to your IT band. Gently, gently opening. Always allow your body to slowly flow into the postures. Forcing your body into any posture can only possibly lead to injury, so just allow the yoga to flow into you. You're always exactly where you need to be. And then on the next exhale, bringing yourself up. Rearranging your hips, placing both straps in your right hand as you allow your right leg to fall all the way over. Your eye gaze looks over your left shoulder. Both toes are flexed back to you. So allowing gravity to gently, gently open with your body. And inhale, coming back up. Release the strap, slowly lowering your right leg to meet your left, palms face up, checking in for one breath. And then we'll do that on the left side. So taking a piece of the strap in either of your hands, flexing your left toes back, placing the strap at the ball of your left foot, loose grip, your elbows are straight. Feeling this in all three of your hamstrings. And then placing both straps in your right hand, allowing your left leg to just cross your midline about an inch. Beginning to feel that opening in your IT band. Your left hip is still grounded. And then allow your leg to fall all the way over to the right. Your eye gaze looks over your left shoulder. Feeling that nice opening in your IT band. Take one more breath. And inhale. Coming back up, rearranging your hips, placing both straps in your left hand and allow your leg to fall all the way out to the left. Your eye gaze looks over your right shoulder. And inhale, coming back up. Releasing the straps, slowly lowering your left leg to meet your right in Shavasana, palms face up. And then bringing your knees up, feet flat. As you take your arms straight out from your shoulders, lift your hips up and over to the right. As you hug your knees in, let them fall to the left. You can use your left hand on your knees. Your eye gaze looks over your right shoulder for a nice belly twist. Again, a cleansing exhale is nice in this posture. Continuing to breathe. And then release, rearranging your hips, lifting your hips up and over to the left. As you hug your knees in, let them fall to the right. Your eye gaze looks over your left shoulder. You can use your right hand to guide your knees towards the mat. Nice belly twist. If you did a cleansing exhale on the right side, go ahead and do one here. And then bring your knees back up. Rearrange your hips. And we'll do Janu Padasana 1. Taking your right ankle over your left knee. Take your right hand through that triangular space, interlacing your fingers just below your knee or behind your thigh. As you hug your leg in, you can use your right elbow to guide your right knee towards the bottom of the mat. So good for your piriformis, your hip flexor. Again, flexing both toes back, always protecting your knees. And release. Checking into Shavasana for one breath. And bending both knees up, taking your left ankle over your right knee. Your left hand goes through that space as you interlace your fingers just below your thigh or below your knee. For Janu Padasana 1 on the left side, flex both toes back towards you. You can use your left elbow to guide your leg towards the bottom of the mat. Feeling this deep, deep into your hip flexor, piriformis area. And release. We'll check into Shavasana for one breath. And bending both knees up, raising your arms up towards the ceiling. We'll do 5 Pilates roll-ups. So curling your chin to your chest, pulling your abs in, keeping your feet glued to the mat as you inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale and exhale. lengthening your legs out in front of you with a peace finger grip, hinging around your big toes. So you let your belly rest on your thighs, eye gaze looks over your front toes. And then inhale, coming up. And we'll find our way to your knees, flexing your toes under so you're sitting on your heels. Okay? And then we're going to take your right arm behind your head. I'll come this way. Actually, and then you're going to take Gausman arms. So you're going to reach around with your left hand. This is a nice place to use a strap or a towel. So wherever you're at, your hands are clasped, you're sitting on your heels, your toes are flexed under. And just use your head to guide your arms towards the back. So you're gently opening up your shoulders. And release. And take your right arm across, just a nice stretch. Staying seated on your feet, breathing through any discomfort that you have. And we'll do that on the left side. So bringing your left hand over. You can take your right arm down and around. Again, if you use a strap or towel, you can use that to, if your fingers don't touch, just shimmy up. And eventually they will, just be patient. Just using your head to guide your arm towards the bottom of the mat. And exhale, taking your left arm across. And then tapping out your toes. Then we're going to find your way to your belly for Cobra series. So bringing your fingertips underneath your shoulders, big toes are touching. As you inhale, lift yourself up. Eye gaze looks up towards the sky. So you're using your back to lift you. You can lift your hands off the mat, lift up using your back, and slowly lower. Left ear to the mat, arms down by the side to reset. Then bringing your fingertips in alignment with your chest bone as you push down, reaching up, shoulders down, heart pushes through, eye gaze looks up. And slowly lower. Right ear to the mat, arms down by your sides. And then bringing your hands flat on the mat, your pinkies are going to touch underneath you. So your hip bones are pushing into your forearms. As you keep your mouth flat on the mat, kicking up. So you're kicking back as you lift up. So good for your hands, your elbows, and slowly lower. We'll do that on the left, kicking back as you reach up. And slowly lower. And bring your hands a little closer together. Keeping your mouth flat on the mat, making sure you're not looking around during this posture. You're going to bring your weight towards your shoulders as you kick both legs up at the same time. Eventually your legs will come up and over your head. Kicking and reaching, and then slowly lower. Releasing your hands. Your right ear comes to the mat, arms down by your sides. And bringing your arms straight out from your shoulders to inhale, raising your fingertips up, kicking back, eye gaze looks up, and slowly lower. And then we'll reach for the outsides of your ankles. Bringing your knees together as you kick and reach up, really balancing on your belly. If it feels good, you can rock and roll. If you don't have food or water in your stomach, you can give yourself a nice abdominal massage. And kicking and reaching up. Slowly lower, left ear to the mat, arms down by your sides. Then we'll find our way to child's pose. Really lengthening through your spine, your tailbones resting on your heels. And we'll find our way to one downward facing dog for pigeon pose. Taking your right knee to your right wrist, squaring off to the top of your mat. You can peek over your left shoulder, making sure your foot's not sickled in or out. As you hinge forward, you can create a pillow with your hands or bring your forehead to the mat. As you close your eyes and allow yourself to melt into Ekapada Kapotasana. On the right side, we'll hold this for 5 breaths, giving your body or connective tissue time to open. And we'll find our way back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And take your left knee to your left wrist, squaring off to the top of your mat. Peeking over your right shoulder, making sure your foot's not sickled in or out. As you hinge forward, you can create a pillow with your hands or bring your forehead or third eye to the mat as you surrender into Ekapada Kapotasana on the left side, pigeon pose. Again, we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Just allowing your hip to gently open. So we energetically hold on to emotions in our hips. Just let those float by like clouds. See them, let them go. Feel them, let them go. Take 2 more breaths. And then we'll find our way, keeping your left knee bent, just bringing your right foot outside of your left knee, rearranging your hips. So you bring your left hand up, rotating towards the right, nice spinal twist. So your spine is like a pole, you're twisting around. And counter pose. And then switching your legs, bending your right knee in, your left foot outside of your right knee. So you bring your right arm up, rotating over towards the left. Eye gaze looks over your left shoulder. And counter pose. And then finding your way to your final Shavasana. Letting your feet fall out to the sides, your palms face up, your eyes close. If you have a towel or eye mask, something to put over your eyes, you can use that. Just allowing yourself to completely surrender for 5 minutes. This is the most important posture of class. Letting every single cell of your body be at ease as you melt away into your final Shavasana. And I'll offer a guided meditation You can listen or just allow yourself to surrender into your Shavasana. As you inhale, visualize a white healing light coming through the crown of your head. This white light trickles down through your forehead, your eyes, your ears. This healing white light trickles down through your nose, your mouth, your chin. As you inhale this white light down through your throat, shoulders, collarbone. This white healing light trickles down through your lungs, your heart, down through your arms, your elbows, all your organs, your forearms, your hips. This white healing light trickles out your fingertips, down through your legs, your knees, your shins, your ankles, tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, out through your toes. And as you continue to surrender deeper into your final Shavasana, this white healing light surrounds every single cell of your body, surrounding your whole body. This white healing light that continues to trickle down through every single cell. Slowly start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, rotating your wrists and your ankles. And when you feel ready, rolling over to your right side in a fetal position. We'll push ourselves up to seated, bringing your hands to your heart center. Closing your eyes and bowing into yourself, bowing into your body, your mind, your spirit, thanking it for being here today, practicing, reminding yourself of the intention you set at the beginning of class. And we open our eyes and say namaste. May you take this feeling with you for the remainder of the day, throughout the weekend. Hope to see you again soon. Namaste.